Hey guys, today I'm going to be giving you guys a quick video or talk about the new Nintendo Switch 2. I know this is not the best angle right now. Right now, I'm over at my girlfriend's house right now, and everybody's kind of asleep. So this is the only way that I can record this video. So yes, I'm in the bathroom right now, and sorry if this light is bothering everybody. So, I just wanted to give you guys a quick discussion video and kind of just a little rant and stuff like that about the Switch 2. Just a disclaimer, this is my opinion. I respect everybody else's opinion, unless it's a reasonable opinion, to be quite honest with you. But anyways, let's get started. So, the Switch 2 announced, I think a couple days ago or something like that. And so far it looks really cool. I am gonna buy this game, or sorry, buy this console on day one. So that is one of the reasons that I am kind of frustrated because, for one, it has actually been delayed recently because the whole, I'm not a pronounce of the tariff bill, something like that. So now I have to wait for my pre-order, or basically pre-orders, to be available. I know you can buy it in Nintendo, but I don't have a Switch currently right now, so I can't like show proof that I've been playing for a while. So I'm gonna buy it from GameStop. That's what I was gonna do regardless. Um, but also people are kind of like, basically like the social media is kind of on fire right now because the price of the Nintendo Switch and how expensive it's gonna be, blah blah blah. Let me keep you in mind that everybody since 2017 or maybe 2020 in that matter, that everybody was complaining how bad the Switch was. So now there's like something going on in the back or outside. Um, let's keep in mind that everybody has been complaining since 2018 or even before when the Switch came out, like um, how bad the Switch was back then. Which, to be honest, I didn't think it was that bad because, for one, I was still gonna buy it because it looked really cool. I mean, you could take controllers off and play. You could basically play anywhere you want. So there's also that. The reason why I ended up buying the Switch on day one, but also to bring up the fact that everybody's like basically everything that Nintendo was getting backlash for is basically this console is showing that they have been listening to us. But ever since this console has been announced, everybody's complaining about the price and because like, oh, like what the heck, like why is this voice chat thing, blah blah blah. So I want to try to get to the point. Everything in this console is basically what everybody has been complaining about. So like the voice chatting, because nobody wants to use the mobile app, so this is the pretty much the solution that they want to do through Nintendo Switch without paying, or sorry, using the app basically. And I know realistically nobody really needs to use the voice chat on the Switch 2 or anything like that. Nobody really uses that anyways because of Discord and phone calls and etc. So, but it's nice to to have that option. But still, yes, there is some things that are kind of like dumb because, for one, you have to pay for the online to in order to have the option to have the voice chat, which is understandable. That one's like a kind of like, yeah, it kind of doesn't make any sense. But the thing is that everybody's complaining also about the frame rate and the way that the Switch is and the Joy Cons, etc. Keep this in mind too. People have already done the hands-on type of thing, and they've actually said pretty good things. Not amazing things, but pretty good things about the Switch too. So like the Joy Cons and the durability of the console is pretty good. So realistically, this is probably not something that you should give your kid, obviously, because even if you give him the Switch, it's still going to be the same way. But the point is that this Switch 2 is basically whatever that we complained about, or whoever complained about back in when the Switch was out. This is basically their response. Not only that, the price of a Switch 2 is not that bad. Okay, so let's just get it out of the way. The Switch 2 is not that bad. 450 is not that bad. Plus tax and warranty and whatever the heck you're gonna buy. Yes, the add-ons like the Pro controller and stuff like that, those are relatively like the same price and everything like that. But yeah, that's pretty much one of the things I wanted to get out of the way. The games, on the other hand, the thing is that I don't understand the people's. And again, I have very bad social skills and a lot of like understanding, like, why is everybody mad at this? Let me explain. I've seen a lot of people when GTA 6 was announced that it was coming this year or something like that, and there was like speculations that GTA 6 would be sold for $100, the base price. At least that's what I've been hearing. And people are like, "Oh, but I'd be willing to spend $100." See, the thing is that if people are willing to spend $100 on Grand Theft Auto 6, yes, I know it's a very, very high demanding quality game, but the thing is that you're basically greenlighting companies to sell their games for $100 or to $90. But when Nintendo does it, it's basically blasphemous from day one. And keep in mind that Nintendo is still trying to basically earn the money that they've lost from low Switch sales to low game sales to whatever the case may be. Not only that, because of the TARF thing, because they also get fined for it just by selling product in the US, by the way. I don't know how much in particular, but they will get fined by just selling product in here and blah, blah, blah. So that's basically what the price is. Especially for games. I know digitally, like, it doesn't really make sense for us to have it for $80. I mean, it would make sense if it was $80 or $70 for the physical one. But we don't really know how much the physical copy is. So, at least by far that I know of. But honestly, I'm just putting this out there. The Switch 2, in my mind, I'm still gonna buy it regardless. And I know a lot of people are still gonna buy it regardless. I'm trying not to be so mad because not only that, I just got to work, so I just wanted to put this out for you guys, and just a random video that I wanted to put out, because I have been kind of being very quiet on this because I don't know, I wanted to kind of like let this marinate for a little bit, because also everybody's been talking about it at work, because the Switch price is actually not that bad. 450 is actually not very reasonable, but it just kind of like it's not horrible, and it's not like too cheap or too expensive. It's kind of just like it hits the kind of like I guess it's okay. I mean, $500 plus the game, I'm still gonna buy it, dude. To be honest with you, you save an extra like $30. I mean, you can even put that $30 towards the camera if you really wanted to. I'm still gonna buy the Switch 2 no matter what. Anybody that says like, "Oh, don't buy the Switch 2," blah blah blah, keep this in mind. Keep this in mind. A lot of people say that Nintendo is very scummy. Well, let's keep in mind that PlayStation lately has been very, very quiet on releasing the PlayStation 5 Pro. And again, that console has been very, very undermarketed, and it's still released for $700. And not only that, the PlayStation 5 Slim has been sold for $500. So, I don't get why that everybody says that Nintendo is scummy. Again, they are selling games for $70. Yes, they are very high quality and very high FPS games. But the only highest that they can ever go to is 60 frames per second at 4K. Maybe 120 frames per second on certain games. Very realistically, you're not going to really notice it because, I mean, I don't know. I guess some people just don't have the eye to see that. But I relatively don't really care, as long as I am able to play the game and not have like every jitter ever happen. I honestly don't really care, to be honest with you. As long as it's not running at 15 frames per second, I just don't care. But anyways, I think the Switch 2, if you don't want to buy it and it's too expensive for you, then it's too expensive for you. But I wanted to put it out there in a most respectful way. And I know like a lot of comments that I put on social media, it seems very rude. But you have to think it in a very marketing and business standpoint, to the point where it's like, you gotta remember they're getting fined for this by selling this to the US, and because the whole like bill thing. Again, I didn't vote for literally anybody because neither of the options were good, and I don't want to get into political stuff because I just don't care, to be constantly. I don't know shit, and I don't care because I don't know anything about it. But the whole point is that whoever tells you to not buy it or to tell you to buy it, just go on your own thought process. If you don't want to buy it, then don't buy it. Just wait a little bit. It's all up to you. A lot of real YouTuber content creators will tell you just the same thing is literally what I'm telling you. So just go by your own method and your own opinion, not by somebody that tells you like, oh no, I'm not gonna buy it because it's too expensive and the game is too expensive, blah blah blah. Honestly, if you don't have the money, you don't have the money. I mean, you can't be honest with yourself and tell yourself that like, oh, I just can't buy it right now because right now I just to say for an example, I just bought a car or something like that. So just be 100% honest with yourself. I don't get why people on social media are so hooked up. And I see a lot of it on Twitter and Instagram. People are so hooked up and they come to the realization like, oh snap, I didn't really think of that. Because for one, here's one of the examples. Somebody was trying to be logical and try to add math into the equation. So somebody was saying that the Switch itself with the bundle for $500 with Mario Kart World is more expensive than anything that's been sold, plus the Joy Cons and etc. And whatever they were using for an example. So like plus the Pro controller, the camera, and stuff like that. Keep in mind that PlayStation will sell you a play. I'm just going to use this as an example. Use the PlayStation 5 Pro, which is about $600 to $700, plus the online, plus the controller, and whatever that you need to pay for. Maybe an extra charger. I don't know, an extra controller. Well, that's the extra controller, but like another control. I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there. Online for PlayStation a year is $80 for a year. Just the premium, by the way, and that's just for you to have a limited amount of older games. And yes, you do get monthly games that you can play for a month or something like that. And yeah, you paying $80 for that. And keep in mind that Xbox Game Pass is still by far the superior version of the cloud gaming and online. Because you pay about like $50 for 3 months and you get like an extremely amount of games. Knowing that you have PC Game Pass and you still get all these other perks, like you get free movies. I got like free 4 Naruto movies in 1 month. And not only that, you get like the new releases, so like Indiana Jones, etc. You don't get that with PlayStation. You pay $80 just essentially to play older games, which by the way, there's very less older games that you really honestly would want to play, like Sly Cooper. I at least by far that I remember, because when they raised up their price to $80, I didn't see any of that. So it's been like years since I've honestly played on my PS5. But $80 is too much, and not only that, for Switch Online, for the have like the whole expansion pack is about like 60 bucks, and you still get the GameCube expansion pack with the Switch too. I don't know if they're gonna change the price, to be honest with you, but if they do, I mean, yeah, I probably agree with you guys. But still, it still doesn't justify that everybody's kind of at their neck and complaining about prices. When in reality, PlayStation and Xbox, or mostly just PlayStation, has been the only one that's been the scummiest out of all, because majority of it is they've been quiet about hush hush about their servers and about like selling their consoles and just kind of like sweeping on the rug of the PlayStation Portal. By the way, the PlayStation Portal's been out for a long time, and I haven't seen anybody talk about that console in a while, or accessory that's been out for a while. So, yeah. If everybody really wants to get like all saying that, oh, this company's scummy and stuff like that, PlayStation lately has been very, very scummy, because recently, it was like a week ago, 2 weeks ago, that their servers just randomly just went out, just for no reason. So, if you guys want to get mad at a company, Sony's the one. Nintendo has done nothing wrong. This is just how they're catching up the prices of what they believe is the right price for a Switch 2. Because the original Switch is only $300 plus tax and warranty, and not only that, the OLED Switch is $350. So by actually $100 because you got the two mouse Joy Cons, the chat, not only that, the new tablet, which by the way is a 7.9-inch screen, which is 10 times bigger than the Steam Deck screen, to be honest with you. Not only that, it runs basically the same amount of power, probably most likely the same amount of power as a Steam Deck. And everybody's complaining about the battery on it. And keep in mind that the Steam Deck can only hold up to 2 to 3 hours of battery life. Yeah, I had a Steam Deck that ran around like 2 to 3 hours on battery. So, and that's not being close by a wallet, by the way. I might just be able to get at least an hour and a half. So, people needs people need to understand. Don't listen to social media. Go by your own standards and your own wallet prices. If you don't want to buy it, then don't buy it. If you can't afford it, then fine, just wait for a little while. There might be a revision of it. You never know. So, again, I'm gonna buy it just because I love Nintendo. Nintendo lately has been pulling out like really good games lately, like Mario Kart World and Donkey Kong Bonanza. And not only that, I mean, yeah, it's a tech demo, like whatever, I'm still gonna buy it. I mean, think about Link's crossbow training. That was actually sold for about like $30, and it came with the plastic thing and the disc. So, I mean, nobody thinks about that. But yeah, Wii Sports was packed in with it, but it was only like 4 mini games basically. And realistically, who's really honestly playing all of them besides bowling and baseball and tennis? So there's only like 3. Nobody plays golf. Nobody plays boxing that much. I hardly see anybody play boxing and stuff like that. So, you know. But anyways, yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I know this is like a very weird like video or something like that. I just wanted to let you guys know in my personal opinion on the whole situation that's going on with the Switch 2. I am still going to buy it. I hope you guys buy it too. Excuse me. By the way, I'm still recording the videos for the 3DS in 2025. It's just taking it by clip by clip by clip by clip. And I'm uploading videos on the top of it while I'm at work. So it's a little hard for me, to be honest with you. And not only that, I haven't been home. That's why I'm recording in the bathroom right now. So, yeah. But anyways, hope you guys enjoy the video. Please leave a like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys on the next one. All right?